Hi everyone, my name is Cody, and I thought I'd give this whole vlog thing kind of a try because I've built numerous cars in the past and had a blast with them, raced them, off-roaded, etc. It all started with my very first car when I turned 16. I got a 1983 CJ7 I rebuilt from the ground up with my family. That took about 5 years. And unfortunately, I ended up losing that first car in a head-on collision with a distracted driver, and it permanently broke my back. So it's kind of put me back on being able to build stuff and work on stuff and do what I love doing, which is also detailing cars. I own my own company for that. It's called Snail Speed Detail. It's always going to be the sponsor in these videos, but you know, why not sponsor myself? But yeah, so I had that CJ7 for about 5 years. After that, I decided to try out the race car world, and I got a 2021 Hyundai Veloster in, and I was one of the first people to break the world record of like horsepower, but people are beating it now. I cracked over 400 with stock turbo and meth injection, some other fun stuff. After that, I heard V8s were going to be discontinued, so I kind of jumped on the train for a V8 and got a 22 Mustang, and all these are manual, so CJ was a 5-speed, N was a 6-speed, Mustang was a 6-speed, had that thing up to 500 to the wheels, had a blast with it, but it was a little too big and bulky. And I've always had a dream of having something a little different, and all my cars have been a little different, like the way I build them. And so I decided to try something completely new, even though this is a dream car for a lot of people. It's one of my dream cars, and I can't believe it's come true. This is immaculate. It's amazing. I feel like I got a golden egg, and I'm super excited to work on it and introduce it to everyone. So I would like to introduce I'm going to go a little wider. There we go. My new to me 1999 Mazda RX-7 Type RS. So this version of the RX-7 is the 99 spec. So it has the dual oil coolers. It has a couple little fancy things in the engine bay. It's been cranked up to around 275, 280 horsepower compared to the previous models being at 255-ish. It's got the facelift on the front end. This one actually came with a full carbon fiber lip on it that we got to do some repair on and a little bit of love. It's got the 99 RS wing on it as well as the taillights. Sorry, I'm getting used to this whole selfie stick thing. I just want to make sure you're able to see everything. All this stuff over here is some collection of my things and my whole detailing arsenal. My tools and everything are behind. I got my gorgeous Ducati Monster right here, and it's kind of a cluttered space, but we make it work. So I got my quick jacks underneath this thing. Today is just checking all the fluid and everything on it to see what is up to spec. So this was about a 7-month process of ordering this car, and that was from like start to finish of finding it, finding my dealer over there, transporting it, getting it here, picking it up at the ports. Did almost everything myself, except for I had to hire a broker to file some things because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I'm very thankful for my broker, and if you guys want more videos of like how to import your own car, I'd love to tell you how I did it. I can go over costs and everything like that as well. But for today, I left everything on this, and I haven't touched this thing in a couple days. I've only driven it on the trailer, off the trailer, and that's it. It has 49,000 original kilometers on it, which is barely 30,000 miles here in the States. And I left all the markings, Japanese stuff on it, all the paperwork on the car, just for proof of like, this thing is fresh. So I'm super, super excited to work on it and kind of show everyone how to work on these, go through them, and just have a good time. So what has been ordered, I have this nice little box over here. We got cars on in the background. I will always have a cartoon on or some car themed something in the background because, well, that's kind of my obsession, is that and bikes. So in here we have a bunch of stuff we're going to go through. So we're going to go ahead and check the oil, maybe do an oil change if it needs it, which I'm probably just going to do everything. So we're going to do the oil change, transmission, differentials, spark plugs, wires, air filter. I got a fuel filter on the way, and then the brakes and rotors are okay on the car, but they're a little rusted and corroded, so I'm going to go ahead and just swap them out for safety concern. My new tires showed up today, only the rears. My front ones will be here tomorrow. I'm staying stock on everything, as stock as possible on this car. Inside is immaculate. I'll get a better shot of that out of this mode. But, so we'll do tires, brakes, rotors, whole tune-up, just basics. And the only thing that's being technically upgraded on the car is the air filters going to a K&N. I couldn't find the original spec one because they're kind of hard to find. And it's kind of crazy that AutoZone O'Reilly's, no one really just had it. And by the time I ordered the K&N, I finally came across the stock one, but I'm just going to say, you know, why not? Just chuck it in the bucket. So we got the K&N. And then the only other plan is maybe doing like a catback exhaust on this for a while. Because it is just, it's gorgeous. I don't know how this is going to look. I'll have to do some editing. But this thing is just beautiful. It's got the specialty blue. You can't really see on the camera maybe, but it's got some significant little swirls and scratches. And perks of being a detailer. We're going to time lapse all that. We're going to get the AMSR. We're going to do everything just so people can enjoy every aspect of doing this build. So it's going to be the tune-up, it's going to be the cleanup, it's going to be the inside, outside, absolutely everything. My phone is going off like crazy. I'm not sponsored by anyone, and this is my very first vlog. So if it goes well, awesome. If it doesn't, life goes on. I'm mostly doing this for me and also kind of like a viral documentation, like video documentation, just of building, because I tend to rush into my projects and just like knock everything out. And this time I really don't want to do that. So I will be taking my time with this. But yeah, I guess we will go ahead and get started with everything. And I'll get some basic footage of opening it up and going through it. But yeah, so let's do this.